this way?
Yes.
Okay.
Just lay it down.
That's fine. I was a public school teacher. You have to be loud and project. Thank you for having me today, Leslie, and thank you all for having me. I'm going to make it shorter than I had planned because you want to eat lunch and get out of here. I was going to read about 5 stories, but now it's going to be cut down to 3. You'll have to just find the other funnies yourself, if that's okay. You're ready to eat, aren't you? But we're going to laugh. We're going to laugh. All right, well, my name is Lee St. John, and that is not even my real name. It is a pseudonym, a nom de plume, as they call it, and I came up with the idea of taking out my name and using Lee St. John because I have 2 millennial sons, pushing 34 and 26, and they're not married. There's no grandchildren, and they're not listening to anything that I have to say. So what I did was that I slapped their name on the cover, and their names are Lee and John, and I'm a saint. I am a retired teacher, and so I wanted to explain first of all a little bit about the mayhem and the mess that I make in life. Even though I've had all the cotillion classes, I really do know better, but I can't help myself, and this is an example. So you'll understand the mind, or not, or lack of, Lee St. John. And that is, as a retired teacher, I decided after a few years of doing various things to figure out what I was going to do with myself, I decided that I would go back and substitute teach at my school in Coweta County at Northgate High School. I taught high school English. And so when I went back, I had an English class that fit me. I was an English teacher. And I went back and I was teaching in a class, substituting. And let me tell you about substituting if you've ever done that. You're given a lesson plan by the teacher who's not there. And the lesson plan includes something like this. Have the students read page 71 through 85. Have them answer the odd number questions only. Have them turn it, duh. So I thought, no, I can't live like that. I can't do that. We had block scheduling. Are you familiar with what block scheduling is? Well, we grew up with 1 hour a day classes, 7 or 6 classes during the day. They've come up with a new concept, and it's not really new anymore, and it's block scheduling. And they have 4 classes going on, 90 minutes each. So a teacher, instead of teaching an hour, gets a little bit more time and doesn't have to rush through things in a block. So she teaches for 90 minutes, then she has another 90 minutes class, and another 90 minutes class, and then she has teacher planning. Well, really, if you think about it, instead of sometimes having 5 or 6 lesson plans that a teacher has to work out, there's just 2 or 3 that she has to do. So really, I've always liked that idea. But in this case, I walked into the classroom. I knew I had 90 minutes. What am I going to do? I don't know these people. I can't talk to them. Like, how's your brother? How's your sister? Whatever. Because I didn't recognize anybody in this classroom. I'd been gone that long. None of the families that I taught were there that day. So I thought, how am I going to get through this class? So I thought, I know. So I decided that on the first period that walked in, they came in and they sat down, and I decided to have my English accent. And so for 90 minutes, I pretended that I came from England and that my family knew the Middletons. And the Middleton girl, the oldest, what was her name? Oh, it was Kate. And we loved knowing that Kate was going to be our future queen in England. And I talked about how she was a lovely girl and a lovely princess. And I went on for 90 minutes with this English accent, and they're all just like, you know what? So they leave. Next group comes in, and now I am doing my French accent, and I'm talking about how they need to concentration, the work that we are going to be looking at. Now, I know that I sound a little bit more like Pepe Le Pew from the Looney Tunes, but this is just 1716. What did they know? As I was talking about, France, and did that for 90 minutes, and then they leave. Okay. The next group comes in, and this time I'm doing a southern accent from South Georgia. And everything's in double syllables, am I right? Sometimes it's even triple syllables, and it's slow as molasses. And I was talking like this for 90 minutes, and just going on about this, that, and the other, and acting like I was from Camilla. Have you ever heard of Camilla? Well, I have a friend in Camilla, Georgia, and she sounds just like this when I talk to her on the phone and go to see her. So I did that. Now, that entertained me. They didn't know what was happening. But the best part about this joke is this. I had duty. I walk out in the hall to make sure everything's going, by. They're going to get to their classes in between breaks. And as they passed by, I heard students say, "Did you see that teacher? Have you been in her class? She's from France." Somebody said, "She's not from France. She's from South Georgia." And so that's what Lee St. John does. She's an only child, and so she has to entertain herself. And so we did that. So thank you very much for that. So when I was visiting Irma Bombeck's workshop last year, I participated in a class that had to do with speaking in public. I have no fear of that. So after it was over with, I told the workshop manager that I did these dialects and these voices, and she said, "Do them." So I said, "Okay." So I did all three, and she said, "You just got to do the Southern accent." And I said, "I don't know, I'm from the South. I mean, I do it a little heavy. Maybe I shouldn't do that." She said, "No, you've got to do that." So eventually during the week, I got up on stage again and did something else for a short period of time, and this time I did the whole Southern thing, and oh my gosh, you should have seen. This is a national audience, international audience. Hundreds, 300, 400 people were at this convention, this workshop, and when they came up to me and said, "Oh my gosh," and I was like, "You like it?" And they're like, "What? You don't talk like that normally?" And so I said, "Okay, this is going to work." So from now on, when I read my stories, I'm going to be talking in this Southern accent. It was voted tried and true at Irma Bombeck's workshop, and I'm going to be using it. But I want to tell you something before I get there. I went and majored in public relations and journalism and did speech classes. I was trying to get rid of it. For years, I was trying to get rid of my Southern. And now, guess what? I'm bringing it back. So I'm just going to read a few stories. They identify with patriotism a little bit. There are other funkier, crazy stories in these books. So you're just going, and I have 3 essays that I had put together just for you DAR people. I knew I was visiting so many of y'all this year that I wrote. Don't you all have essays that come in and people want grants and scholarships? Oh my goodness, you wouldn't believe what they want their scholarship for. Some of them want to, some of them are like, well, I don't think I'll give it away, but they write to you and they ask, "I'd like to have some money to go to college to do such and such," and they're all parodies of real stupid students. Okay,